Hi everyone, welcome to our 6th DevOps course. Before I start the video, just a quick reminder. If you haven't already, please subscribe because once the 60 days course is complete, I will share real-time DevOps course video. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated. So today is our day 20 class. So in this class, I will discuss a complete CICD pipeline project which are using Docker, Jenkins and GitHub. So up to date, we already complete our 3 module. While we already discussed Docker, Jenkins and GitHub, so we have enough knowledge to use those tools to build a project. So our first step is like what is CI/CD. We already know this CI is continuous integration and CD is continuous deployment. So Jenkins, GitHub and Docker are the most powerful combo. That's why we are choosing these tools to build the project. So we are using Jenkins, GitHub and Docker to create this project. So our prerequisite is we need to be installed Jenkins in our local PC, and we need to have a GitHub repository where our website or application and the Jenkins file is already there. And we need to also install the Jenkins plugins, Jenkins with the following plugins like Git pipeline and Docker pipeline. These plugins need to be installed in Jenkins to run the project or run the demo. So step 3 is for GitHub repository. I already told we need to have a private or public. Anything is okay. So for this project we will be using the public project, public GitHub repository. So in this repository we have Docker file where the how the the image will be created. That step will be routed in the Docker file. And Jenkins will tell the Docker file to build the project, and our application will be located also in this repository. So it's a simple application, so only one file will be there. But if a production level, when there will be in a folder, that folder have the project. So Docker file will create the image with the source code or this application or the website, and this instruction will be told by Jenkins. So all instruction will be written in the Jenkins file. So Jenkins will do that thing which is written in the Jenkins file. So for step Jenkins setup, we need to be install the Jenkins in the local VM or our local PC or Docker images. Any kind of Jenkins setup we can use. So configure the Jenkins credential. We need to communicate with the GitHub to the credential. So for that purpose, if you are using private GitHub, then we need to be a credential to Jenkins access the GitHub repository. But in our case, we are using a public repository, so we don't need that credential. But we need to push this image to DockerHub. So that's why we need the credential for DockerHub. So the which Jenkins file I use, I will give a skeleton there. So in the pipeline, we already know how to write a pipeline. So this is declarative pipeline. So for pipeline, we need to write the pipeline syntax, then same curly braces and close that at the bottom. So agent any means it will be run any agent, so it will run in the local PC. So in the environment section, we declare 2 environment variables. One is Docker credential, which we put our DockerHub credential, which is DockerHub username and DockerHub password or DockerHub access token. And image name, we are giving the image name. So for image name, this would be our DockerHub username. For my scenario, I will use my DockerHub account is DevOps step. So this is my DockerHub account. You can see this is my username. So it would be there for your username and your application name and what tag you want to use. So you put here DevOps steps and give the application name. Then we will do the stages. So our first stage is clone the code. So which repo you are using, all code will be there. We put that Git repo here. Then we need to build the image in this section. So we already know which command we need to use to create the image. So Docker build -t, we are giving the image name which we get from environment variable. So the image name, and just we put the latest tag by default. Then our Docker file is here, that's why I put dot here. So then in the second stage, we will create the pushing section. So push to DockerHub. So first line, it will create the login. So by this command, Jenkins will log into DockerHub. Then in the second line, Jenkins will push the image which we created here. So this is the basically CI section. So in the CD section, we haven't do anything. So we just keep this like we don't touch this section. Yeah, but if you want, you can use, like we already know the Docker, so you can use Docker run, then -p, then the image name where you want to deploy the our image. So if you want deploy is by Docker, you can run that command, but it's your task. You can do that. It's simple. We already know the command. How can we can run the container? Same command, just you can put it here. Then you can see the Docker container will be running. Then like triggering section, we already know how Jenkins will trigger anything change in the GitHub. It will trigger. So we can do that by two way. We already know that one is like a GitHub webhook, and another is pull ACM. So this one way you can just instantly get the trigger. So then step 7, we just check the light test. So the then the project requirement is mainly two things. One is like we need to install with Jenkins, and another is everything will be located in the GitHub repository. So we already know how these things happen. So that's why I already created a GitHub repository. You will get this GitHub repo and the documentation in the details file. So in the YouTube detail description, you can get all this link here. So in the Docker file, I just use a simple Docker. I just take the Nginx pipeline image and just copy the simple Nginx file to that Nginx default file location, and using the exposing the port is 80. So for your section, when we are using a complicated a Laravel application, then we put all folder all application or any PHP website or Node.js website, everything will copy in this location. So when are we doing in a project section like Laravel or any Node.js application, I will also show that in the last section, which is after around 50 days later, we'll show you some project. Then you can basically see how the project thing will be work. But the concept is same. You just copy the file from your local PC to your Jenkins default directory, where Jenkins show the page to the browser. Okay, so just this is a simple file. So then we use the this index file is just simple index file, just is showing the hello Nginx message. Then we use the Jenkins file. This is the main file where our pipeline will be work. So I already shown the documentation how these things work. So environment variable, Docker credential, I give the credential this. So I need to create this credential in our Jenkins. So then we need to give the image name. Our DockerHub image name is DevOps steps, and I give the image name just this anything you can give my -20a. Then this will clone the code. So this repo had the code. So this is the basically repo. You can see this is the repo. So this repo we have the code. So we need to copy that one in the Jenkins. Then Jenkins will build the image. So same command. It will take the image name this and create the image. Then push the image. It first login it. Then it will push the image. So for our section, we need to basically do two things. One is we need to create the image, and second thing we need to push the image. So let me first create the credential first. So go to Jenkins and manage Jenkins. So in manage Jenkins, you need to go to the credential. So scroll down, then system, then global credential, then add credential. Here basically there is lots of option. We are using just username and password. So we are using the our DockerHub username. So in my section it's a DevOps steps. So I need to put DevOps steps. So then you put your password or your DockerHub credentials. So nowadays it's using credentials. So you need to put the credentials. So in the ID section, you need to put the any ID. So you already use the ID in the demo section. We are using this one. So we need to use this name. So if you want to use any different name, you put that name there. So we are using in our demo this name. So we need to put this name. So copy this name here. So here you just give any description like Day-20 Jenkins CICD. So that's it. So just make sure you select the username and password, and this scope need to be choose same thing, global Jenkins node, and make sure spelling is perfect, DevOps steps or whatever your username in your DockerHub account, then the credential. So create. So after create this one, so now you need to create a pipeline. So new build item. So give a name like Day-20 CCC pipeline build. Scroll down and choose the SCM, then Git, then give a repository name. So go to the repository section, copy the URL, the Git repo. So it's public, so no need credentials, but the branch name is main. In Jenkins file the same name, Jenkins file. So apply, save. So now just build now. So basically it will clone the code, build the image, then you can see the Docker image is here, Docker image ls. If I put there, then you can see the image will be there. Okay, so let me create that one. So it's going to create, almost done. So it create the image, and it's now doing the push section. It's already done. So if you go to the log, we can see it will building the image, and after building the image it's logging, then it's push the image. Okay, so it's success. So now if you go to your DockerHub, you can see, refresh, you can see it's showing the last 1 minute because it's just updated right now. Okay, so our image is updated, and if you want to see here, go to up, you can see the image is updated here. Okay, so now this image you can create a app if you want. Just Docker run, like Docker run -p, you can put it 8084, container port is 80, then the test mode, and our image name is this one, it's running Docker PS. You can see container is running, 84 port 8084, call host 8084. So you can see the image is running. So if you want any pipeline are working, just clone the code in your local PC, and you can see the continuously pipeline process is working fine. So for that, let me docker rm -af, need to delete that container first. So it's deleted. Docker ps, you can see no container is running. So now if you want to run from your local PC and see how pipeline is working, just clone the code. So go to the folder. So here is our all projects. So if you want to open it like a VS Code, just you click the code, then it will open your code in the Visual Code. Then you can basically edit all the things. But this is a simple file. You don't need VS Code. I can just watch it from the terminal. So if you want to change the index file from here, so 222, Control S. Then for here, git add commit -am just 1, git push, I need to DockerHub credential. So let me take my credentials. So I have to put the credentials, it upload the code. So if you go to the Jenkins file, or index value change this, you can see 222. Now if you like build the image now again, so go to here, build now. So it will create the image with the new changes. So like we are only like doing the CI portion, so we are create the image and push the DockerHub. So if you want to do the deployment thing also, then you can add the deployment portion, like in Jenkins files you need to add your command here. So we already know how to run, so you see your assignment, you can do it manually. So like docker container run, then give the image name, then you can see that will also deploy section. But normally in production level we are not normally deploy like only Docker, because Docker is a simple thing. We are normally deploying it like in the Kubernetes or like in AWS EC2 or any bigger server. So when we do some like capstone project, then I will show you how you can basically do the deployment section. But for doing the like concept, I put it here. So basically this is the full Jenkins CICD pipeline process. So you can see is there. So if you go to the DevOps steps, and you can see it's just 1 minute is showing. That means is this image is just uploaded right now. Or you can also see the like console output. You can also see it's pushed right now. You can, if you want, you can check the ID from the DockerHub also. Okay, so now if you create the image, you can see in the Docker container will show the current one. Okay, so let me go to the documentation so we can see how this work. So all the steps will be here. So if you want to add the pool ASM section, you already know how you can make it right way if you any changes. So if you want to make the trigger thing, so go to the Jenkins, so configure, we just do the pool ASM. So now if any changes happen, within a minute it will check and it will build the trigger. So let me here is via index, let me change it, it's 333 git add git commit -m. Again we need the credential DevOps steps. Let me get the password. So it's pull, I already put the code, so it's pushed. So now it will within 1 minute it will check the GitHub repository and build the trigger. So we need to wait around 1 minute. So wait. Sometimes if you don't see these things, you can also refresh the page, then you can get the thing here. You can see 3 build is working now. So you need to wait for a few minutes. So after that you can see the new image will be created and it will deploy or push. Basically we didn't do anything in the deploy section. So then if you have any command in deploy section, it will also deploy. So these are basically we can create a complete CI/CD pipeline. So all documentation and the Git repository URL will be mentioned in the YouTube description. You can see that one and just do the practice, then you can basically understand what's going on. So today is our last class of the module 3. So in the next class I will discuss the module 4, which is Ansible. So I hope this video is helpful for you, and if you like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share the channel. So next video we'll discuss how Ansible work and what is Ansible. So up to that time, best of luck, bye.